Yes, sir. We're officially back at it. This is Boog Nice coming at you with the Marvel Legends Namor figure review. Let's do it.
Ain't for no scalper. You a scalper? Then fuck out shit. This one's for them real collectors. That's army building and posing figures. Marvel Legends, imports, mini matey, I'm fucking with them. Hype beast, we know about you. Stay buying figs.
There's Namor, the Submariner, out of the package, and I have to say that I am very, very pleased with this figure. So real quick before we get into the figure, I'm just gonna go over the accessories. You actually do get this little trident. This looks like a reuse of the staff that came with the Odin King Thor Build-A-Figure. So you got some gold and some green and some white at the top. It's painted pretty nicely. It looks pretty cool. I'm glad that they included it. It was a nice touch. And then you also get a set of interchangeable hands. So he's got the open palms, which will allow you to simulate, I guess, him swimming underwater or flight or smacking the hell out of somebody. So that's cool. Taking a closer look at Namor and looking at his deco. This is his modern outfit. This is similar to what he was wearing with the X-Men, minus the X on the belt. And basically during this time, during the Illuminati, with all of these stories about the incursions and all of that stuff, if you didn't actually read those stories, you might want to check them out. They were very, very good. Great, spot on characterizations for Namor and Black Panther and Doctor Strange and the rest of the Illuminati, so you should definitely check that out. But looking at these little gauntlets on his wrists, they're gold, they're sculpted on. You can see it's a bit raised right there. He's got the gold belt. He's got the 70s action going on. No chest hair, nothing like that, but you can see his chest, and it looks really, really clean. I do like the way they designed this here. Everything looks clean, no real crazy paint imperfections or anything like that. I could see them using these gauntlets for a Wonder Man, which we are rumored to get at some point, and I have predicted that we would get a Wonder Man on this mold. If you're wondering, this mold is the same mold that we got for Captain America and the Red Onslaught wave, and it suits Namor very, very nicely. I think he looks very good. Probably one of my only gripes with the figure right now is that the eyes came out a little bit messed up. On the left eye, you can see, I don't know if it's coming up that well, but you can see it's painted kind of messed up. At certain angles, it doesn't look that bad, and at other angles, you can clearly tell that it's not the best. But I don't know, maybe I'll have my girl repaint it. She actually repainted the eyes on my Misty Knight figure after watching Glenn Webb's tutorial, so maybe I'll let her give this a shot. It's not horrible, but it's not the best, and all of the ones that I saw had the little paint imperfection with the eye, but that's pretty much the only real issue that I can see as far as paint. Anything else is very minor. And going over articulation, like I said, this is the same mold as Captain America, and in the past you've heard me say that I think that Captain America is better than the face-off version as far as the proportions are concerned. So again, I'm echoing the same sentiments here for Namor. I think these proportions look great. There was some concern about the arms looking a little big. We had spoke about this in Plastic and Paint before he dropped, but I think he looks great. But anyway, articulation, the head is on the ball joint. The head can actually pop off with no problem. You get it to look down pretty far. You get it to look up a decent amount. It's hindered a little bit by the back of the collar, but you could still get him in some decent flying or swimming poses. I'll show that in a second when I swap out the hands. The shoulders on the ball joint, this is actually one of the issues with this particular mold, is that you can't get the shoulder to go up too far. You can obviously get it to do a full 360, but you may have some issues with paint rub here at the shoulder. This is the newer medium male buck that they introduced on Grim Reaper first, and again, I can't say enough good things about the mold. I think the mold is great, but this is the only issue that you may have. Upper bicep rotation, you get a double jointed elbow, you get the wrist to turn, and you get it to hinge. No rotation here at the gauntlet, but that's not necessarily needed. and you get rotation at the waist. You get a pretty decent ab crunch forward and back, and it's painted all the way up through the top here, so that looks good. And you get this T joint or Y joint. I'm not sure what they call it, if it's the T or the Y joint, but it does get a really nice range of motion. You get double jointed knees. You actually get rotation here at the shin or the calf, which is nice. And you also get ankle hinge and pivot. And you can see his little wings there. It's a soft plastic. They're not really articulated, but you can mess with them if they were warped or something like that. You could do a little hot water, cold water trick. And same articulation on both sides as far as the arms and legs are concerned. You get a little peg hole in the back and peg holes in the feet. Very, very nice. And there he is with the open palms. So you can see you can get him into a decent swimming or flying pose. It does look pretty good. The head goes up. The head and the torso, the ab crunch go up just enough to get him in a decent pose. And that's important. That's something that Hasbro has screwed up on in the past. And even though the collar is there, the head is up. So you can get him to hold the staff pretty well, pretty securely. It's tight. You know, it's not going to fall out of his hand, and that's good. This is actually one of the difference between this mold and Captain America, or at least the hands on Captain America. Both the left and right hand is connected at the thumb and the pointer finger, so you can't really get anything in his hand. That's actually one thing I didn't like about Captain America. And you can't get him to just hold a shield in a relaxed state, or hold anything for that matter. But on Namor, his right hand is open, and that's pretty cool that they did that. I would have liked them to do both hands, maybe, or maybe included some fisted hands too. Maybe I'm reaching, but if both hands were open, then it would allow you to have him hold the staff with both hands. But you know, minor gripe. Again, overall, I think the figure came out nice. And there he is side by side with Captain America. You can clearly see that the molds are the same. And there he is with Black Panther. You can clearly see that Black Panther is smaller. I'm not sure how I feel about that. I'm not sure if they should be about the same size or not. But it is what it is. Quick little setup. I'm doing 20 things at once, trying to actually shoot some main course here too. We definitely need an updated Mr. Fantastic and the Future Foundation uniform, or the white uniform, and the updated Beast. Hopefully we'll see Beast sometime, since Legends are seeming like they want to do some X-Men characters now. We're going to get a whole X-Men wave. But Namor is a really, really nice figure. Like I said, a few minor gripes, but the things that I'm a little concerned about, maybe they'll be corrected once the figure actually officially hits store shelves. You know, this is a early production release, but I know this is going to be a highly sought after figure, and I would definitely recommend him. I really like the way he came out. So until next time, peace.
That's crispy.